All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of Nerd Enthusiast Poker Podcast. First, make sure you check out our sponsors, theslotsquad.com. They are the #1 legal stream team in the United States. They have all the exclusive sign-up bonuses for all the legal casinos. You go to the site, theslotsquad.com. You can see all the streamers that are on there. You can see all the sign-up bonuses for all the different states. Get some free money. Go there, check them out, theslotsquad.com. They help support our channel, and so we appreciate them. And we would like you to go check them out. We did a video about this. If you haven't seen part 1, go check out part 1 of Poker Pet Peeves. It was very popular, so we decided, well, you know what? Let's beat a dead horse and do it again.
More pet peeves.
Let's do it. Everyone, listen, poker players love to complain, right? They love to complain, so pet peeves are a great one. We got 5 new pet peeves for you. We all came up with some different ones ourselves.
And some of these were actually given to us by the people who watched or listened to the podcast.
Yeah, a lot of the people were commenting on a lot of these, and like some of these were trending ones, and so.
And they're definitely ones that we missed because when I read some of the comments, I'm like, oh yeah, no, I didn't even consider that.
Yeah, so yeah, feel free to drop more comments down below and tell us, what you think or some other ideas. Because if this goes well, we'll do a part 3. Why not? So the first one I got. Players that berate the dealers. Like they just talk trash on the dealers. Like they complain to the dealer. Like it's the dealer's fault. Now listen. Like, dealers are human. They're going to make a mistake. Mm-hmm. Things are going to happen. When you blame them for what cards come out, though, you're just completely a degenerate, bro. You are just next level degenerate if you're blaming the dealer for the cards that are coming out.
And the shuffler.
Yeah.
The shuffler machine.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate them things, man. Every time I lose with that. Come on. Why can't we just do a hand shuffle?
Ridiculous.
Now, listen, and I'll tell you so. If you've never been out to the WSOP or you've never been to a major tournament, the dealers that are at those tournaments are usually new dealers, okay? Yeah. Mm-hmm. They're usually bad dealers. They have very little experience. They're not the everyday grinder that is at the Flamingo every day that you've been there for the last 12 years flipping the cards that's a pro, So there's a lot of mistakes, and you got to be very patient because they're going to flip cards. They're going to misdeal. It's part of the game. It's just going to happen, and you have to accept that. And I see people berating dealers, and I say stuff. I'm like, dude, just calm down. Like, I am that guy that I get vocal with the players. Like, I don't care. I just don't like the people that are very timid, that don't say anything and don't stand up for the dealers. And I don't like when the dealers don't stand up for themselves because, they're under the policy of the casino. They're like, don't say anything. Just take it on the chin. Just bitter.
Yeah, they got to kind of just sit there and take it.
Yeah, but that kind of builds and, makes things worse at the table. I'd rather them be, or at least call the floor of them, like, this guy's, not leave me alone. And I hate when players do that to the dealers.
It's funny because you'll see, especially with the local crew. We talk about the grinders. The dudes are always there every day, trying to get their comp points, whatever, their dinner ticket. They'll be they'll stand up and like she always deals me, and then walks away. And I'm like, dude, really, come on.
Yeah. Oh, he's the worst dealer in here. Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some dealers that I absolutely don't like just because they might be the rule enforcer. Mm-hmm. There's one guy that he deals at Harrah's in Atlantic City, and he's the guy. I'm on my phone. He's like, get off your phone. I'm like, come on, man. But I'm not gonna be getting up and not.
And you're not gonna fight the dude, and you're not gonna you're gonna be aggravated sometimes. Yeah, but that's their job. They're doing their job. It might, whatever. But all right. So number 2. Do you want to talk to this one?
Oh, yeah. The dude at the... this has to be everyone's... one of everyone's biggest pet peeves. The guy who tells you their bad beat story, at the table or in the midst of a hand.
Yeah, and it's not even a really bad beat.
Yeah.
It's I had top 2 pair, lost to a straight.
Exactly.
Okay. Welcome to poker.
Yeah, seriously. I had aces and I got them cracked by 8s, and it's that happens, dude. I get it. And he expects you to kind of be the shoulder to cry on.
Sucks.
Oh yeah, dude. Most of the time I literally just kind of oh yeah. I just kind of give him that cold shoulder, I'm the desk, oh yeah, it sucks. But I swear, every time you go to the table, there's always somebody who's willing to just share that story.
Listen,
and it's dude, shut up.
Here's the thing though. I kind of like the bad beat guy because I know they're just gonna donk. They're just that dude's not winning. If they're in minds, I'm a total believer in positive mental attitude. Completely on that level. Like I try to be positive going into stuff, but when I see that dude, like he's annoying as hell, but I also know I'm like that stack's coming to daddy. It's coming. There's no way he's leaving with a stack.
You're the dude calling with like Jack 6, like hoping to put a bad beat on this dude.
Yeah. Like
he tells you the story the next hand, you're like, I'm all in.
Listen, I'm not kidding. Last
Three
week,
betting every hand.
last week, dude, true story. I was up a little bit of money last time I was at Harris. I was sitting pretty good, and I was like free rolling. And this dude was telling a bad beat story how he got smacked by like his aces got cracked by Queen 10. I saw Queen 10, and he like bet a big bet, and I like just called because I was like, I want to crack him. I want to get him.
Yeah, you wanted to show him Queen 10.
Yeah, because he would tilt it, like, you know, and he's just gonna stack off. But I missed the flop and folded. But I was like, in my head, I was like, this dude will give me all $300 in front of him right now if I hit top pair. I just know, and then I'll show it and be like, ship it. So I love the bad beat guy. I love him because they're gonna ship over. All right, number 3 is Matt's. He came up with the suggestion.
Yeah, table coaches.
Yeah, so a little different than the last
worst.
one. A little different than the last one. Last one we talked about players that berate other players, but what Matt's talking about, you want to explain what a table coach is?
What are you doing flatting on the button with kings?
Yeah.
You got a 3-bet that there. It's like, dude, do you really want to make other players at the table better, and do you really want them knowing what they're doing? Like, let them make turd plays. Like, we're going to make money off them. Like, you know, it's like, I can't stand it. And it happens a lot online. Online, it's like, and I used to chime in a lot and be like, dude, let turds be turds. You know, it's like, but they actually have taken away the chat on a lot of the online
they
sites.
can't do it anymore.
So,
It
yeah.
just shows up as like asterisks and stuff.
I think a lot
But
of
table coaching, it's just really bugs the shit out of me.
So the opposite of berating, not just telling them how like, oh, you're horrible making that call. It's actually you're trying to coach them, right?
Yeah.
Like you're trying to help them. It's like, listen, if they want to help themselves, they'll ask inquisitively. And I think that's a little different though. If someone asks you like, hey man, what would you do?
What would
in
you
that
have
spot?
done there?
I think that's a little different than you.
That's fine because that's bouncing ideas. You know, it's like
Yeah,
but
it's a little different.
but some people get like dead pissed and like start like. You know, I mean, you see it with Phil Hellmuth all the time, and he's a pro, but he's allowed.
Number 4, this was a suggestion online. A lot of people were saying this. And I hate it too. When people fold out a turn, if you're not paying attention and you fold out a turn, and especially if you're not 100% focused and you see out of the corner of your eye the guy next to you throw your cards in and you're going to muck, it like causes a chain reaction because if you're not 100% focused and you don't see the third guy down there that still has cards out of the corner, especially if you're like in where your seat is and the dealer's here and this guy folds out of turn, it throws everything off. So people that aren't paying attention.
I've done it.
Yeah.
I think
Really.
everyone's done it. I think everyone's done it.
Yeah, you feel like a jerk.
Especially when you're playing cash, you've been sitting there for hours, and it's just like, it's like, you know, it happens sometimes, but.
Yeah, so that was a big pet peeve that people post online, that people that fold out a turn and throw it off. And then number 5, you know, sometimes this happens intentionally, sometimes this happens unintentionally, but Mr. Slow Roll.
Yeah.
Everybody hates Mr. Slow Roll.
Mm-hmm.
I think what's more annoying to me personally is the guy that slow rolls because he's like a noob and doesn't know what he has. And then he like kind of realizes he hit a flush, but he didn't realize it. So then it's technically a slow roll, but he didn't know he had a slow roll because he's trying to figure out what's on the board still. That guy drives me crazy because it's like he's like a horrible player and he beats you. And you're like, ugh.
Yeah. I think what's worse than like a flat out slow roll, like if someone's doing it intentional, is like the nit slow roll where a dude has like a really big hand and he's like, and then he shows it and you're like, dude, really? Like you didn't know you were good? Like, come on.
You didn't know you were gonna call $13 with kings in your hand to an all-in?
Stop.
Yeah. That reminds me one of my favorite hands. You can see it on YouTube. Samantha Abernathy. She's got like pocket 5s and jams against I forget the player she was against, and he's got kings. It's like a final table of a big tournament, and he's acting this and that for like 2 minutes, and then finally he calls and he's got pocket kings. And Abernathy catches a 5.
Oh yeah, no, I remember seeing that.
Oh my god,
it was like retribution.
Yep.
Like,
yeah.
See, dude,
instant karma, man. It's wonderful.